Hi, people. Your boy, man, Mike, coming at you guys with the live video. Um, well, shit. I'll just say this, bro. Uh, I don't know if people should be surprised, but yeah, you see across the screen right here, nothing is a shock to me, to be honest. And quite frankly, man, how can you not see this coming from the Atlanta Falcons, man? This is something that when you look at it, this is just what it had to be. The Falcons missed their opportunity. They missed their opportunity to win a Super Bowl in 2016. The thing, it did not happen. They did not get back to the where they wanted in 2017, 2018. In 2019, for the most part, it was exactly the same. And when it all come down to it, man, like seriously, I don't know if anybody should be. I don't know if anyone should be surprised by any of these moves, to be honest. Desmond Trufant, I knew that he was on borrowed time for the most part, and this is why I said over and over again that you cannot get comfortable with a lot of players. Myself, again, man, anybody and everybody could be wrong, and um, when it comes down to it, man, a lot of people will, include myself. Man, what the hell are y'all talking about? Terrence, I see Terrence in here. Rihanna, ATL finest. Man, all y'all in there, man. No one is freaking safe. What else can I say? I I have this is the first time that I've really been unaware and unsure of what the Falcons are going to do. First time. This is the first time in a long time that I have no clue what the Falcons are going to do. I have no clue what the Falcons are thinking. But when you look at how things are set up, man, um, like seriously, what like did anybody see Desmond Trufant being cut this year? I can't say. What the Falcons are really saying with this move is that, Trufant, he just doesn't fit the scheme. The Falcons like to play a lot of zone coverages. The Falcons like to play off a lot of times, and they want to do multiple things. And Desmond Trufant, there's been two things with Desmond Trufant that, for me, that have pretty much signified the end for him. Is that one? Even in 2016, when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl, Desmond Trufant was injured, and he's been injured a lot, much like Devonta Freeman. And when you're making that much money, you gotta do exactly what you gotta do, man, and just cut costs. Like I said, man, as much as I like Free, as much as I love Free, as much as I like Trufant, nobody is safe in this league. This is a league with, like, anybody could be going at any given second. We're talking about the Rams are potentially looking to get rid of your boy Todd Gurley. You look at the Patriots. The Patriots are ready to move on from Tom Brady. You think Desmond Trufant is safe? You think Freeman is safe? No one is safe as in this league, dog. No one is safe. But when you look at this contract for the Atlanta Falcons, I expect Desmond Trufant to be released and cut post June. The Falcons should get the numbers here, but the Falcons should be able to save somewhat about $8 or $9 million. My boy, the real Patman, you guys can check him out right now. You can look at all of the, you can look at all of the numbers behind everything. I will have a link in the description for you guys can check that out. But it's the real Patman. Check him out. Follow him. The guy's a brilliant numbers guy, and he helps me kind of figure out these numbers and whatnot as far as the salary cap and why the Falcons are doing this. Can they do these types of things? So the real Patman is definitely a brilliant guy when it comes down to that. But whew, man. This has been a crazy ass day. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna be real. I woke up this morning, man. I did not expect it to be this fast, this much in her. To expect to see Desmond Trufant. I knew I would see Devonta Freeman, quite possibly Alan Bailey. I thought we would see him, but I wasn't prepared for Trufant. I'm not even gonna front. I wasn't prepared to see Trufant to be released. Still up in the air if you want to take the Atlanta Falcons Twitter and what they said. According to Tom Bellisari or whatever the hell his name is, that Desmond Trufant is to be released. I don't know if you take that seriously or whatever, but if the Falcons do that, cut Desmond Trufant, they will in fact. Again, let me see the numbers. The pre-June 1 cut, the Falcons have saved $4.9 million, $10 million in dead cap if they release him before June 1. Post June 1, they will save $10 million and $4 million in dead cap. So I know there's a lot of debate based on his tweet that the Falcons plan to release Desmond Trufant sometime this week, and they may announce it. And I'm not sure. Again, you can check out the tweet for yourself. It's on Twitter. That a lot of these guys, I'm not sure if it's they're trolling or whatever, but really haven't seen any confirmation from these guys. But Desmond Trufant will in fact be gone from the Atlanta Falcons, and when it comes down to Devonta Freeman will more than likely be gone. Let's say about $3 million from him. Good gosh, man. Free is a good guy, but he's just not what he once was. Freeman is just not what he once were. He's not the same guy. He doesn't show that same athleticism, quickness, just doesn't have that same heart. So when it comes down to it, man, I'm not surprised by any of his move. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. It's just like I've said all this year. This is one of the reasons why I haven't started on a lot of draft boards. I know a lot of you guys draft boards are complete shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the drafts, mock drafts with people, bro. What's good, man? A lot of these people with the mock drafts, the complete been blown the fuck up. All right, it's been blown the bloody hell up, and man, we could easily go after a corner. We can easily go after a defensive tackle. We can go after defensive end, bro. This is I don't know what to think. I'm just gonna be honest. This is why I've been saying wait and see. We gotta wait and see what happens. And it's frustrating as hell because we want to know now. We want to know what the Falcons are gonna do. It totally fucked everybody's draft up. Bro, your boy, like everybody's draft is fucked up. Completely messed. It's gone. This is the reason why I said it, man. The Falcons are going to... When I saw that the Atlanta Falcons were moving on from Vic Beasley, I said to myself, bro, yeah, it's going to be some major turnaround. And a lot of people are not going to like it. We're not going to like it. I've been getting messages all morning, bro, from everyone. Your boy, Lieutenant Dan, is... he's not happy. Pat is like, everybody's going just crazy about this move. We put half scenarios out there. This is the reason why I put these scenarios together. Like I was talking about Demonte Casey. There's a possibility that he could possibly be going. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility that he could be going. It's a real possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's time for change. Exactly. It's a time for change. Falcons fans, it's a time for change. It's time for change. We're going to see a new Falcons. We're going to see a new defense. We're going to see a new team for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see a new team for the most part. But when it all comes down to it, man, I've told you guys over and over again. Over and over again that, you know, you can't get comfortable with players. That includes Matt Ryan. That includes Julio Jones. That includes everybody on this team. This is a window for opportunity for the Atlanta Falcons. We got to start this rebuild. We got to retool this team. Retool this team, get a younger, more talented nucleus, and begin this right now. Because we don't know how long Matt Ryan has to play. He has maybe 3 years in his prime left. Julio Jones has maybe 3 years in his prime left. We don't know how Julio could easily decide after 3 years he's gone. It's real, Falcons fans. It's absolutely real. Bro, I've been saying it like on the street, man. When it all comes down to it, man, this is I try to give everyone different types of scenarios so you can be prepared for stuff like this. Because you go on Twitter, a lot of these people are panicking. They didn't see this. A lot of people didn't see this. A lot of people didn't see the Falcons cutting Trufant this season. Thought 2021 for sure. For certain. And I'm seeing this. CJ Henderson. And that's the truth. That's the absolute truth. We've been talking about this. If you come to Lieutenant Dan's Discord, you can actually go to his channel right now, and you have a invite to his Discord, and you can come chat with me, Patman, a lot of the guys, Brazilian X Skills, Brian Dagger, all you guys who actually break down film and watch a lot of these players. You can check out and come conversate with us, man. Have a conversation with us, man, and like you will have firsthand knowledge of every scenario, so you won't be caught off guard for stuff like when things like this happen. We talk about all this stuff. We talk about every possible scenario. This is one of the reasons why I made the video on Devonta Casey being quite possibly, a trade option. It's real. If the Falcons could get rid of Devonta, Freeman, Desmond, Trufant in the same year, it's not impossible. It's not out of the question that the Falcons will move on from Devonta Casey. Now, Devonta Casey is what the Atlanta Falcons need right now, and I don't think that will happen because we need playmakers. The Falcons need playmakers. That's what they need. Simple as that. They need playmakers. No one can question that. And this is one of the reasons why I said to myself, yes, Desmond Trufant, technically, when you talk about technique, I don't think there's many cornerbacks in this league has better technique than Desmond Trufant. But when you play in a scheme such as the Atlanta Falcons, you need playmakers. The Falcons need playmakers. And Desmond Trufant, for the most part, hasn't been the guy to make plays. And we're talking about big plays. We're talking about interceptions. We're talking about guys who can just, tackle well. Desmond Trufant had his issues with tackling for the most part. After that torn pectoral, we're seeing Desmond Trufant, his tackling is going down. I've seen the film on it. I know a lot of people's like, Mike, yeah, Trufant is your boy. Absolutely. I still think Desmond Trufant is one of the. I still think Desmond Trufant is one of the most. At least he's still a top 15 corner, in my opinion. And this was solely a financial move for the Atlanta Falcons. For me, this was solely a financial move for the Atlanta Falcons, and you got to move. You can't pay everybody. So far, we've gotten rid of 3 guys that, for the most part, a lot of fans absolutely love. Austin Hooper seems like he will not be back. Excuse me, 4. We don't know if Devonta Campbell will be back. We just announced that Trufant, Freeman, 4 guys. And the 5th one, who I didn't put on the screen right here, but the 5th guy. You know who the 5th guy is? Yeah. The 5th guy is exactly Ty Sombrero. He's gone. So I think the next guy in line will step up in Ty Sombrero's place is Matt Gunno. I think Matt Gunno will have an opportunity along with Carpenter and Brown to be the backup left guard. But Gunno now becomes that swing tackle for the Atlanta Falcons. He becomes that utility offensive lineman that the Falcons need. He can play inside. He can play outside. Gunno is that guy for the Atlanta Falcons. Don't tell me you didn't see this coming. Desmond Trufant being cut this year. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front. I ain't one of these fake. I'm not one of these fake people that's gonna get in here and try to pretend like they are guru on all subjects. I didn't see Desmond Trufant being cut this year. Knew that was a possibility. I knew there was a possibility when you look at the Atlanta Falcons roster. You have Sheffield, you have Oliver, and you draft Jordan Miller. Those 3 corners. Those are 3 corners. The Falcons were transparent that they were preparing to get rid of Desmond Trufant. Didn't think they would pull the trigger, but they showed you. They showed you all. They are absolutely transparent. You just have to read what they're doing. They showed us. Again, we just have to be prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, man, you cannot get comfortable with these people. You can't get comfortable with players, man. Especially in the NFL. If Tom Brady can, like, these guys have no, they're like, their Bill Belichick is legit deciding and really letting Tom Brady go. We're talking about Tom Brady. This dude has won 6 Super Bowls for him. And you think Desmond Trufant, even Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, these guys are safe? For the moment, they are. But when it comes down to it, it's getting to a point where, you know what I'm saying? It getting to a point where it's, whew, man, it's just simply amazing. I would just say that it's simply amazing to see the Atlanta Falcons finally getting to the point. This is another thing too that I love about this is that the Atlanta Falcons are starting to get that fuck it gene. I don't give a damn about what you did to us. I don't care if I like you. I don't care if we spent a number 1 pick on you. If you're not consistent, if you're not showing us exactly what we need from you, and that's to make plays and that's to make Pro Bowls and lead this team and be one of the better players in the game, Falcons are saying they're getting rid of your ass. They're getting rid of you. And I love it. And Sergeant, playoff or bust, I mean, I'm not exactly sure about playoff or buzz. The Falcons definitely have enough talent to be a playoff team. They definitely have the talent. But currently, like I said, you got rid of Desmond Trufant. Obviously, arguably the best corner on the team. And I think Sheffield is showing us a lot. I think the Falcons are really impressed with Sheffield. And he has to work on some things with zone coverage for the most part. I think he has the ability to play free safety. I think he has the ability to play both. The boundary corner has a little bit of issues in the slot, but for the most part, this guy's an athlete. He's a playmaker. I see that already in Sheffield. I see that in Sheffield. Oliver, I see it in him as well. It's all about technique with Isaiah Oliver. It's all about technique for Oliver. So when it all comes down to it, man, I love what the Falcons have done with their secondary. You have Isaiah Oliver, who I think he still has room to grow. I think he's a pretty good corner. I think he has potential, but I really love Sheffield. I really love Sheffield, man. Sheffield still yet to see what Jordan Miller would be. He's been suspended. Man, what the hell is up with our luck in corners and getting suspended with PEDs, man? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Muhammad Sheffield, he definitely has the talent. Like I said, I really like what I've seen from. Hey, man, look, man. I really like what I've seen, man. To be honest, man, it's just like Rashad said, man. It's just the nature of the business, man. You can't if you're going to get paid the big bucks, we're gonna need big buck performances. We're gonna need big bucks every consistency, every game. We're talking about consistency. We're gonna need players who getting the big money to be consistent. And this is one of the reasons why Vic Beasley is no longer with this team. He's no longer with this team because he isn't consistent. All about consistency. The Falcons need consistency. Not about talent, potential, any of that. I'm giving them about where you was drafted. Doesn't matter. They need scheme. They need players who fit the scheme, and they need guys who are going to perform on a consistent basis. And that's what the Falcons need from Desmond Trufant, and they didn't get it. They did not get what they paid for. I'll say that. Desmond Trufant was more. He was a consistent corner, but the Falcons needed turnovers. They need big plays, and they just did not get the big plays from Desmond Trufant, and that's ultimately why they had to get rid of him. You can't make $60 million and turn around and not get interceptions. That's what you pay for when you sign corners. You want big plays. If you don't have a shutdown corner, well, you better hope and pray that that corner gets interceptions. And as much as I really hate, as much as I hate Richard Sherman crybaby ass, I think he's one of the most overrated corners in history, in the history of the game. I think Richard Sherman is one of the most overrated corners in the history of the game. But the dude gets turnovers, timely interceptions, timely balls batted down. This is what you want from your corners. And oftentimes, Desmond Trufant never gave us true interception. Until this past season, Trufant wasn't consistent. Robert Alford wasn't consistent getting interceptions. So if you're going to get paid the big bucks, we're going to need consistency from you. Sherman got those numbers. Man, he got interceptions. He picks his teams well. Sherman has been incredibly fortunate to have pretty good. You go to San Francisco, they have a damn good defensive line, damn good defensive coordinator, damn good defensive line coach. Then they have John Lynch, who knows defense, and he's doing his thing. So Richard Sherman picks his spots well. And then you go to Seattle, where you had the pleasure of having two of the biggest, best safeties of all time, Earl Thomas and Cam the Hammer. Chancellor. Yeah, he picks his team well. He's been fortunate. So, again, I think he's one of the most overrated corners in the history of the game. But it all comes down to consistency. Teams are not willing to pay these corners. You see what the hell happened to Xavier Rhodes? You see what happened to Rhodes? Rhodes was a first-round pick and was considered one of the best corners in the league. And now he's gone. The nature of the business. Can't get attached to these players, dog. If you're not consistent, you're getting the hell up out of here. And that's it. That's exactly it. Richard Sherman is a damn good zone corner. You put that dude on the island by himself, you get exactly what you saw in the Super Bowl. Burnt toast. Burnt toast. That's what you get from Richard Sherman. Burnt toast. And I like this tweet. Hershey did that. Our offense never the offense is never bad other than offensive line struggle last year due to injuries, but our defense hasn't been that good since we had Asante Samuel. And as much as I like to give Dirk Cutter hell, and I didn't think that he was what the Atlanta Falcons needed. But the more that I think about it now, I don't think the Falcons, and I've seen the numbers. Again, check out your boy, Pat. You can join us in the Discord and have a conversation with us. An unintentional ground is Discord. You can check me out. I have a Discord myself. But the offense wasn't the issue. The Falcons did not get big plays from their running game. Devonta Freeman, hear me. When I say this, Devonta Freeman was the only guy to have multiple. We're talking about multiple plays or yards after contract, yards after contact. Talking about breaking tackles and going for more. Yeah, that was Devonta Freeman. He had the most. I think it was like 7 plays or something like that. So anytime Devonta Freeman, he's not the same player that he was. Quickness, speed. He's not getting the big plays. No one else is getting the big plays. I can't put all the blame on. I really can't put all the blame on Dirk Cutter for that. Because these running backs, you got to make plays, dog. And it's one of the reasons why I selected. This is one of the reasons why I selected. This is one of the reasons why I have Keyshawn Vaughn. I have the Falcons at least trying to go after DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift with this offensive line, that would be insane. That would be insane. DeAndre Swift with this offensive line, that would be crazy. I would love to see that. Not just because I'm a Georgia fan, but anybody who's seen your boy run, that dude can all he need is a hole, and he's taking that beast to the house. DeAndre Swift is a playmaker. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's decent as a pass blocker for the most part. But that dude is a playmaker. Man, everybody keeps saying CJ Henderson, man. I guess we're going to get CJ Henderson. And news by my boy Cookie by Nature. Check him out. This is his YouTube channel, Cookie by Nature. He has content on there. You can check him out also on Twitter, Cookie by Nature. This dude is a fantastic writer. You guys like WNBA, NBA, the Falcons. This dude does every damn thing. All right, we got a lot of talented guys, and we're gonna now that I have this new setup, man. I'm definitely gonna have these guys on the show. Definitely gonna have these guys on the show, and whoo, boy, you guys are gonna get the absolute truth. All right, everybody know me. You see me on Twitter. You see me on Facebook. Mad Mike Truth. Whether you like it or not, this is where you're gonna get it. Period. Point blank. I'm not gonna give you all these washed up, these watered down ass, weak ass mock drafts. Trading up for Chase Young, knowing damn well we can't do that. We can't pull those types of moves. But we got guys who actually work for the Atlanta Falcons, have privileged information, and they still give you guys absolute bullshit scenarios that they know won't happen. Nah, bro, that's not what I do. It's about the truth and the facts of the matter. And even if my ass is wrong, guess what? Yeah, you're gonna hear from me. It's all about the truth and the facts of the matter. I don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. But the truth is the truth. I don't know what the fuck I just said there, but it made sense to me. Hold on, what the hell are you talking about, Sean? Rose gonna go to the CFL with front. Oh shit! Oh man, what the hell? All right, man, sit your clown ass down. Damn, man. Look, I don't like Jay Fromm either, so yeah, that's pretty goddamn hilarious. I don't care how good you are, how good your stats, but if your game don't step at times that matter, you're a bum to me. And I love consistency. I think consistency is key, but if you're not making those plays at the right time, what the hell good are you? What the hell good are you for me? What the hell good are you for the team? You're not making the plays at the right time, and you are making $60, $70 million, bro. You're wasting my time. I can get a rookie corner that has potential to potentially get 3 to 4 interceptions. The Falcons corners have struggled getting 4 interceptions. Desmond Trufant has led this team in interceptions for at least 3 years since he's been here, and never had one season where he had 5 interceptions. And the guy that the Falcons thought was Mr. Pick Six, yeah, Desmond Trufant had more interceptions than him. These guys was like 1 and 2 interceptions year after year after year. Falcons need playmakers. Falcons need playmakers, and that's just the truth of the matter. Falcons need playmakers, and honestly, man, Wow, Matt Breida would be great pickup running back for the Atlanta Falcons. I honestly I would rather I don't want to sign anybody else's trash. I'm just going to be honest. I don't want to sign anybody else's trash, man. I would much rather go with rookie running backs that are fresh, they're healthy. We know for a fact they are healthy. I don't want anybody's trash, and I damn sure don't want Kyle Shanahan's trash. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Matt Breida. I'm thinking about somebody else, but I don't want anybody else trash, man. Just a little something, something. It's been a crazy day. I need a little something, something. All right, just a little something. It's been a crazy morning, and now I have to go back to the drawing board, to see what the Atlanta Falcons are going to do in the draft and free agency, all because of this Desmond Trufant. All because of Desmond Trufant has been released, or the news that Desmond Trufant has been released. So yeah, I need a little something, something. I need a little something. And I love this comment right here because this is just the truth. Devonta Freeman has a fear, and that's why he's not running the ball like he used to. That's facts, dog. Absolute facts. That's absolute facts. Once a running back fears of getting hit, fears of fumbling, he fears that he can't cut the way that he used to. Once that fear is in the running back, he's dead. Especially like you can't continue. You can't. One thing you can't do is as a running back, you can't fear and you can't second guess. You got to trust what you see, and that's the same thing with a quarterback. You got to trust what you see, bro. You got to trust your legs. You got to trust what you see. And Devonta Freeman, he lost that edge, and maybe he can find another. Maybe he could find that elsewhere, but it's time to go. It's time for a change. Maybe Ito Smith can be that. Um, Honestly, I don't know. There's a good chance that the Falcons could end up signing a guy in free agency that can make big plays. Ito Smith knows the system. Have Quadri Olison, who, in my opinion, will have every opportunity to showcase his skill. He's a more physical a physical runner, and the Falcons are going to be more physical this year. You can look at the offensive line and tell yourself that you can see for yourself that the Falcons want to be more physical. Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry, Jamon Brown, Carpenter, those guys are huge. Those guys are absolutely huge. So the Falcons want to be a more physical team. They want to be a more physical team. They're going to be a more physical team. So when it all comes down to it, man, I'm not sure. Honestly, I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't have Ito Smith as the starting running back. Dude just hasn't stayed healthy. What I would do with Ito Smith, and this is a credit to the real Patman. He suggested that the Falcons use Ito Smith more in the passing game. He's a terrific receiver, but until he proves to me that he can stay healthy, why should we trust Ito Smith? This is the second year in a row. He's only been in the league 2 years, and he's been on IR 2 times. So we really ready to hand him the keys to the offense? I don't fucking think so. I wouldn't do that shit. I wouldn't. Hell no. Hell no to the no, no, no. Oh my God. Come on, man. Sean, you got to stop. You got to stop. Whatever you own, whatever you smoking, stay off of it. Please stay off whatever you're on. It's not good for you, bro. It's not good for you, especially this year. Especially this year. Come on, Brent, tell him, bro. Like, seriously, we're talking about a quarterback that's been consistent. He's going to give you 4,000 yards every year, 25 touchdowns plus a year. His completion percentage is 65, 64% every year. And you want to get rid of him? Why? Why exactly? Just because you don't like him? Nah, I'm good on that. And honestly, man, there's not a quarterback in this draft that I trust. I don't even trust Joe Burrow. This guy's shown me 1 year of elite football that I'm supposed to trust him after 1 year. I'm good on that. I'm good on even Joe Burrow. I don't see anyone in this draft worth getting. I know people are falling in love with mobile quarterbacks again. It's kind of crazy that people are falling in love with mobile quarterbacks. Well, Michael Vick got so much hate during his day. Oh, he'll never be able to do this. He'll never be able to do this. Yeah, but he got a team to the NFC Championship. And when he got with Andy Reid, you know what I'm saying? He showed that he could at least be a quarterback. He could at least be a quarterback. All right. He showed that. I mean, granted that we wish that he would have studied harder when he was with the Atlanta Falcons, but people were wrong about Michael Vick and his ability to be a quarterback. He showed that once he got with the coach that knew how to cultivate his skills, put them all together, and make him a good quarterback. Yeah, Andy Reid did that, and Michael Vick proved that he could be a quarterback. All right. So Michael Vick did prove that he could be a quarterback given the proper coaches. You can't just hope and pray that a quarterback is going to be good, you know what I'm saying, without the coach. Without the proper coach, you can't just hope a player is going to be good. Everything has to work well together. I say this all the time. It's all about chemistry. It's all about maximizing these players' talents in its entirety. You can't have a man corner in Desmond Trufant, and then the Falcons want to play majority. You want to play mostly zone coverage. You're wasting Desmond Trufant's talent. This is one of the reasons why he's gone. The Falcons they want to play a lot of zone. They're going to play cover two. They're going to play a lot of cover two. They're going to play a lot of man. The Falcons are going to do a multitude of things. But Desmond Trufant is not a zone corner. He no longer fit the scheme for the Atlanta Falcons. But it was mostly financial with Desmond Trufant. When you're not getting the production that you're getting from these players and they don't fit the scheme, why are you really paying this guy $13, $14 million a year? Why are you doing it? You're wasting money. So the Falcons, what they did, we're not going to play towards Desmond Trufant's skill set. We're going to draft guys that fit the new scheme, that fit our way of coaching. And we're going to do that. That's where they're going to go. It's smart. I don't necessarily agree with it. I still think Trufant has something left. I wouldn't have got rid of him this year. Maybe next year. But when it comes down to it, man, like seriously, you got to get players that fit your scheme, man. And the offensive line definitely had an issue last year. Um, the Falcons' offensive line was young. Injuries happened, and for the most part, that's the first year in Dirk Cutter's scheme. This is a new offensive coordinator, and this year I expect the Atlanta Falcons to make a tremendous, especially Matt Ryan. Anybody that knows that Matt Ryan, a second year in anyone's scheme, he knows what to expect, and he has a huge year in his second year with any offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what to expect from Dirk Cutter this year. The players know what to expect from Dirk Cutter this year, and I expect the Falcons offensive line to understand their passing assignments when it comes down to Dirk Cutter's offensive scheme. But they definitely had their issues last year. Chris Lindstrom was out for most of the year with a broken foot. And they had a revolving door at guard. So the Falcons are definitely need a backup guard slash center because they're still up in the air that Alex Mack could possibly potentially be cut as well. And like these are the scenarios that are real. These are real scenarios. Next year could be Alex Mack's next year. We need to draft his potential replacement. Facts. Change is definitely here and change is coming. And it's coming in a hurry. So what the Falcons have to do right now, they have to maximize their ability. And at the same time, they have to retool. They have to get in younger, more talented guys. Guys who can make plays, guys you can build on. Because you've given a lot of the players on this team contracts. Grady has his, Dion has his, Ricardo Allen. You gave Trufant money. You gave Austin Hooper, not Austin Hooper, but you gave um Jake Matthews his money. Um, you've given Matt Julio. You've given all these guys. You gave Devonta Freeman. You just throwing money out. It's time to get younger. It's time for change. The Patriots done. The Patriots doing the exact same thing. They ready to move on from Tom Brady. He's ready to move on from Tom Brady. Why are they letting Austin Hooper jumping ass go? Well, I actually did a video on this, and one of the reasons why is that he just wasn't a focal point of the offense. He wasn't um, a player that they wanted to build around. The Falcons want to build around Julio. They want to build around Calvin Ridley, and they want Calvin Ridley to be the successor to a Julio Jones. They want him to be that guy after Julio. They want him. Calvin Ridley is the next guy. That's what they want. They want Calvin Ridley to be the guy. And signing Austin Hooper a long $13 million a year for a tight end that's essentially the third or fourth receiver on the progression, like that, it makes no sense. Not to say that Austin Hooper sucks, but it just makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Wow. So it is confirmation that Austin Hooper is the highest paid tight end. Jesus Christ. Well, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, this has been a crazy freaking day. This has been a crazy day, Falcons fans. Absolutely insane. Bro, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable, dog. Wow. So if anybody can show me I see it. Thank you. So a 4-year, $44 million deal for I'm not giving him that. Nah, I'm good on that, dog. 11, $12 million a year for Austin Hooper. Nah, I'm good on that, dog. I'm not. He's not worth that much money for me. I'm sorry. Whew, yeah, I'm not. Oh man. If they release Trufant, it doesn't mean that they're going after corner. Yeah, it does actually mean that they're going after corner. Don't know exactly if it is necessary that they'll stay at 16 because if you have been on Twitter and if you paid attention to a lot of chatter, um, the Falcons are looking to trade down. The Falcons could possibly trade down to get the player that they want and, kind of stack up on talent and get the guys that we need on defensive side of the ball, as well as get Matt Ryan some playmakers on offense. So I expect the Falcons to go after a corner. You don't cut one of the better corners in the league and then say, "Oh, we're not going to go corner." We don't. You don't need a corner. If you do that, you're essentially saying that you believe that Isaiah Oliver is the best corner on this team. You're essentially saying that Sheffield is the best corner on this team. You believe these guys to be Pro Bowlers. If that's what you're doing. We don't need running backs. Hill is good. Even Brian Hill is a free agent right now. So Brian Hill, there's no guarantee that he'll be back with the team. But the Falcons are definitely in need of a running back who has the capability of making big plays. Solid back big plays, man. The Falcons were near the bottom of the league when it came down to getting big plays. Falcons did not get big plays on defense. The Falcons did get big plays on offense. And when you have that, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle, dog. This is why you're 79 because you can't get the big plays. Outside of Julio Jones, for the most part, yeah, you're not getting big plays. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, you're not getting big plays. And the Falcons need big plays. And you look at the defense side of the ball, outside of Grady Jarrett and DeMonte Casey, they weren't getting a ton of, and Deion Jones, the Falcons weren't getting big plays. Gotta get those timely stops. You gotta create turnovers. You gotta get those big plays, those chunk yards. You gotta get them, and the Falcons are not getting them. So what they're doing now is they paid the guys that they thought that would step up, and they didn't step up. So it's time to get rid of them. Dre, man, bro, I'm not paying Austin Hooper $44 million. We're talking about 4 year, $44 million. I ain't doing it, dog. You got to be crazy. And I'm just like, I don't know why people, I don't know why people hate Matt Ryan so much, man. I just don't get it. He's clearly the best quarterback that this franchise has ever had, and yet we still dislike him. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. I just don't get it. Period. Point blank. I don't get it. I would much rather go get a, if the Falcons can give what's his name thing Jesus Christ, Jimmy Graham. Dang, I don't know why I just went blank, but Jimmy Graham. The Falcons get Jimmy Graham for like $7-8 million, man. That'll be an absolute steal, and he can come in and do exactly what we expect Austin Hooper to do, and that's just to be a red zone target. Be a red zone target. Get be that guy that can sit in zones for Matt Ryan, and just be a security blanket for him. A mismatch, be able to win one-on-one matchups. Austin Hooper wasn't very good at that. In fact, he was one of the near the bottom of the league when it came down to getting those winning one-on-one battles. He got most of his yards on first down. He got most of his yards when it was in zone. He really wasn't a big playmaker. But I wish Austin Hooper nothing but the best. But when it came down to it, dog, like I can't give that guy that much, man. And this is another thing too that I like. Besides this ugly ass Clemson Paul, this ugly ass Clemson Paul. Yeah, CJ Harris he's in free agent. So man, the Falcons have opportunities where they can go out and pay corners to be, CJ, he's a pretty good slot corner. So the Falcons could potentially try to go after him. They could potentially go after him. That's a real scenario. And David, for some reason, I believe Oliver in Sheffield and a new defensive back coach sound like, and the Falcons are really stepping up their, they're stepping up. They're really vamping up not only on the talent but the coaching staff. They want playmakers. They want guys who can make plays. That's what the Falcons want. That's what they need. That's what they want. They want playmakers. You know what I'm saying? The Falcons want playmakers. So when it all comes down to it, man, I believe in the Atlanta Falcons coaching staff. They've done a good job of. They've done a great job of just really, when it all come down to it, man, um, investing in the secondary. Not only just with the coach, because a lot of people don't pay a lot of attention to is the coaching that you hire. Coaching is extremely important. You can have all the players you want, but you don't have the coaches to help develop those guys. What are we really doing? So the Falcons are definitely, they brought in Tosh. I don't know the other guy's name right now, but these guys are absolutely, they're investing in their coaching staff. They're investing in their coaching staff, man. So I like the move, what they're going. I like what they're doing with the coaching staff, man. The secondary, these guys just want playmakers, man. Tired of getting guys that not making plays. And there's a real possibility that not only That Trufant could be gone. Neal could be gone. Ricardo Allen could be gone next year, or this year possibly. Like that's like the Falcons are making moves. Do not get comfortable with players. Do not get comfortable with the players that you see right now. So Cookie, he's a restricted free agent, so that's a good deal. So more than likely he will be back. Cause so I doubt anybody. So I doubt that anybody pick him up. I sincerely doubt it. So we'll more than likely have Brian Hill back. I actually like what he did with the Atlanta Falcons last year. He just didn't have the opportunity to be the guy for the most part. The Falcons, because the Falcons were showcasing Devonta Freeman, they didn't pull the trigger on Freeman when they should have. Detroit wanted Free, but Thomas Dimitrov didn't pull the trigger when he should have, for the most part. But like I said, man, Falcons have every opportunity, man, to get this guy, to get their guy, not only in free agency, but maybe the guy's already on roster. Like I said, maybe it's Ito, maybe it's Quadri, maybe it's Brian Hill. No, just sign Keith Smith to this roster. So the Falcons, in my opinion, man, they're gonna commit to the run this time. This is one of the first times I think outside of having Kyle Shanahan with this team that I think they're going to commit to the run. Michael, you said Quinn and TD are not risking their jobs on Sheffield's potential. That's essentially what they've done. There's essentially what they've done by releasing Trufant. When you say, your best corner and Desmond Trufant is no longer an asset to this team, which is what they said with this move, that you are putting your hopes in Sheffield. You're putting your hopes in Jordan Miller. You're putting your hopes in Isaiah Oliver. That's what you're doing when you make this move. When you decide to release Trufant, that's what you're saying. Can they do it? I'm not sure. But I do like their potential. I made videos to say that I truly believe that Isaiah Oliver will be a future Pro Bowler. We will see. So far, he has not looked good, and he's made me look crazy with that. But again, we will see. It's not over. But when it all comes down to it, man, this comment is exactly the way I feel right now. I like the direction what the Atlanta Falcons are going. I like the direction that they are going. Um, it's time for change. And my boy Rashad, man, he's in the chat right now. But this is it's it's getting to a point where I'm good for change. I'm good with change, bro. I really don't mind change whatsoever. What I do, I just don't like change for just, oh, we're just gonna get rid of everybody for absolutely no reason, and there's no way behind that. Like there's no real reason why you've done it. You just don't want the guy. Like a lot of Falcons fans is, oh, we just don't want Matt Ryan. Like, so who are you going to replace Matt Ryan? Oh, we're gonna get this rookie from LSU. We're gonna get this rookie from, bro. There's no guarantee that these guys are gonna be worth anything in the NFL. I'm seeing people that talking about Jalen Hurts. They want Jalen Hurts to replace Matt Ryan. We're talking about Jalen freaking Hurts. You want Jalen Hurts to replace Matt Ryan? Come on, bro. I've been getting a lot of crazy comments. I've been seeing a lot of craziness on Twitter. Not everybody is Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is a generational type of player, man. It's not going to be another one of him. So we're not going to go drafting a bunch of mobile quarterbacks because of what Pat Mahomes or what Michael Vick did in the day. Just doesn't make sense, man. And yes, I believe that eventually he will be. I think he has that potential, but he got to get that opportunity, man. But you're talking about Austin Hooper, man. Like, man, get out of here with that nonsense. What's good, Walt? And player smoke, man. Matt Ryan has maybe 5 years left, and that's it. So you gotta like we could potentially see 3 years of Matt Ryan in his prime, and after this 3 years, man, we could be looking for a new quarterback. It could definitely be looking for a new quarterback. So it's time for a change. It's time for a change, and when it all comes down to it, man, one reason why I say that Matt Ryan is not going anywhere anytime soon. Arthur Blank is not a young man. Arthur Blank, what, 77, 77, something like that? You think this guy's really trying to start over? He's really thinking about drafting a new quarterback? Come on, let's be real. He wants a Super Bowl before he leaves this earth, man. And the best way to do that is through Matt Ryan and through Julio Jones. There's no guarantee that he'll be around. Like, hell, that's not no guarantee. But you got to give yourself the opportunity, the best case scenario, to get to a Super Bowl. And that's through Matt Ryan, whether we like it or not. Oh, my God. What the Falcons need to trade down to go get Chase Young. If I see one more question about one more damn comment about Chase Young, we're not getting him. It's going to cost too much. Do you know what you have to give up to get Chase Young? Yeah, you got to give up at least a first, a second next year, a first next year in order to move up in the top 3 picks to get a Chase Young. So it's going to be damn near impossible to get a Chase Young. We're not trading up for Chase Young. Maybe Kinlaw, maybe Brown if he's around, but not Chase Young. And this comment right here, man. It doesn't matter if you're fast without IQ, without football IQ. What's the point, man? What's the point? If you have absolutely no football awareness, football smarts, football intelligence, I don't give a damn how fast you run. It makes absolutely no sense. You're just a guy. You're just a 4.5, a 4.2 crash dummy. You're just a guy that can run fast. Can't tackle, can't catch, can't do anything. You just run fast. IQ means everything. And here Logan with this crazy stuff. Isaiah Oliver ain't that good. I beg to differ. Um, you don't get rid of Desmond Trufant if Isaiah Oliver isn't that good, and you're not playing towards his strength. You don't get rid of one of your better corners if you don't believe that Isaiah Oliver is at least a average corner. You just don't do it. Even for money, you just don't do it. Maybe you draft a corner in the draft. That's always and more. It looks like the Falcons are going towards that, but I still think that Isaiah Oliver is definitely um, in their future plans of being one of those boundary corners. I don't think you can't play him in the slot. So he's going to be a boundary corner. And his skill sets, you know, and based on what he said for the most part, that Isaiah Oliver only had technique issues. His technique was the main issue. So as long as he improved his technique, the Falcons should be okay. Falcons should be okay, man. Um, Again, man, we can't continue to like panic because we don't trust Oliver, we don't trust Sheffield. You got to be able to make these bold moves, man. And this is a bold move. Only time will tell if and when this will work out. But for the most part, man, I like what I've seen. I like what I've seen from the Falcons this offseason. They're not afraid to make these changes, and the Falcons are absolutely making these changes. You're putting pressure on Tack. You're putting pressure on Vic, not Vic, but you're putting the pressure on Grady Jarrett, Isaiah Oliver, Sheffield. All these guys got to step up right now. If you are really a competitor, you absolutely loving this time because Vic Beasley is out of the damn way. Trufant is out of the damn way. Austin Hooper is out of the damn way. It's time for the Atlanta Falcons and their youth to step the fuck up and make plays. There's no more excuses. And you guys go check out Logan on the Rise Up Rundown. Check him out, man. Great channel. So check that out and check out his views and about how different point of views. But check him out. I definitely like his content, man. Who would you like the Falcons to bring in free agency? Um, I honestly, I would look to bring in, two guys, um, possibly three guys, and the third guy I know it's not going to happen. But the third guy that I have is Indomitian too. I just love his. I think dude is just nasty. He's physical. He's an absolute monster. But I'm only giving him $7 to $8 million to be that dirty player that he is. He can make those. He can take on the blocks. He can do the dirty work that you want out of defensive linemen. And they give you a solid rotation with Grady, and Tyler Davidson, Dino Chanat. That's a solid defensive tackle rotation. You bring in a guy like a Kinlaw or Brown, if those guys are around. I think he'll fit well. You can kind of move those guys around and play inside, outside, and the Falcons will be able to do more things as far as blitz is concerned with linebackers. You come in, have Deion Jones blitz the quarterback, and I think he's going to have a more. Falcons are going to be much more aggressive. They're not just going to sit back and wait for sacks to come there. I think the Falcons are going to go after people this year. And this is one of the reasons why you have to have a solid scheme together as far as your secondary is concerned, because when you're doing things like that, you got to have guys with essentially the same skill set. You can't have guys like I said, Desmond Trufant is a good corner, but he's not a zone corner. He's a man corner. He's best when he's in man. And the Falcons run a ton of zone. So I would bring in Ndamukong Suh. Robert Quinn is another guy that I would bring in. I think he's a pretty good. I think he's a pretty good one. But it's all come down to money. I don't think I don't think the Falcons can afford Robert Quinn. I don't think they can afford Fowler. And the Falcons have already stated that they're not going to spend a ton of money in free agency. Just not going to do it. Don't expect a huge marquee name. But again, I've been wrong before. Falcons could be blowing smoke up all our asses, and they go out and sign damn Jadeveon Clowney. We don't fucking know. I doubt it happened, but the way the Falcons have been this off season, man, they could do some crazy mess. And I've said this. This has been, if you watch any of my videos for the most part for the last month or so, man, I've said this. I've said two things. Do not get comfortable with players on this team, and the Falcons are going to make a bold move. They're going to be they're going to be extremely bold this offseason. And it started with bringing back Thomas Dimitroff and Dan Quinn. That was a bold move because everybody, including myself, wanted Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff gone. And these guys went completely away from that. We don't know what the hell these guys are thinking. I don't know what these guys are thinking. But Adonis Cody, I really like us getting Swift in the draft and a defensive lineman in the second round or a corner. Um, what I would do, the more that I think about it, and I think this is a very good strategy, to be honest. What I would do with that 16, I would trade down. I would get a guy, maybe a DeAndre Swift in the first round, and I would trade back into the first round and get the corner or defensive lineman of our choice, and then use the rest of those picks to kind of use in as draft depth. Because once again, you have Grady Jarrett, you have Tack McKinley, and at this point, you can bring in 2 or 3 defensive ends or eds guys who can kind of battle it out for that starting job opposite Tack McKinley. Because we don't know if John Kaminsky is going to be that guy. We don't know how good he's going to be. We need competition. It's all about competition. Don't just give guys this stuff. Don't just give guys. So let these guys battle it out. It's all about battling. So when it all comes down to it, man, I do like that scenario of getting Swift in the first round via a trade down, trade back into the first round and get a guy maybe like CJ Henderson. If Kinlaw and Brown are already taken, that's a route that I would go. But I would definitely, my target in this draft is Javon Kinlaw. I really like Kinlaw in this draft. I think he fits perfectly what the Atlanta Falcons can do and would do. D Hop to the Cardinals. What the fuck? Bruh. Bruh. Somebody tell me this is a joke. Wow. Bro, I just posted this in our private chat, and I did not expect it to be this fast, bro. If Deep Hop can be traded, nobody's safe. No one is safe. Wow, are you fucking kidding me? Me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you guys have kids out there, they're listening to it. I apologize, but Jesus, are you freaking kidding me? And yes, Xavier Rhodes just he did get released by Minnesota. What do you think of the likelihood of Dante Fowler coming to the Falcons? I really don't think it's very high, unless the price goes down. I don't think it's very high that the Falcons bring in the Fowler. He would have to come in and give what's known to most is a discount if he really wants to play for this team. If the the rumors are true, um, he would definitely have to um, give this team a discount. I don't think the Falcons are in a place right now where they can um, afford to give a guy $12 million for multiple years. But goodness, Austin Hooper to Cleveland, D Hop to the Cardinals, and suddenly, wow, that's crazy. Rashad dog, then what? God dang. For Johnson, are you kidding me? Bro, these general managers and owners are ruthless. Gosh. David Johnson for D Hop in a fourth? They must really don't want to play D Hop. Jeez. That is crazy. They just gave one of the best receivers in the game for a fourth rounder in David Johnson, a guy that's had issues staying healthy. Bruh, if y'all think Thomas Dimitrov is stupid, y'all might want to rethink this. But the best thing that you got for D Hopkins is a fourth and David Johnson. Wow. Bruh, I literally just Yo, I just said this. This is like bruh, bruh. D Hop for a fourth round? Man, if that's the best that you can get from him, like we had no choice but to trade to get rid of Trufant. Man, these GMs are ruthless, but they do not want any part of these contracts. To me, it just seems like they know that the to me, this is what this sounds like to me. It seems like a lot of these contracts are just too much, and they're going to go into. They want to get rid of a lot of these 2019 contracts, and they want to go into the 2020 with the new CBA and the new deals and get rid of the old deals. It's just what this seems like to me, to be honest, because Jesus Christ, like you gave away Hop, bro. This is crazy. I'm still trying to process this for David Johnson in a fourth round. Man, if you can't get a second round for Hopkins, you know that this league is absolutely changing. I've been saying this. I've been saying this for a long time, bro. The trend on the NFL too in the NFL is starting to change. It's starting to change. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable Your favorite player could be gone tomorrow. Don't get comfortable. Why the Falcons didn't trade Hooper and Campbell in the middle of the season? Oof. I don't think you should trade a. For one, the Falcons just weren't in the position where they, because Dan Quinn is still fighting for his job, and I don't think he would be okay with them trading some of his best players and when he's still fighting for his job. So, unless they were, you know, unless the Falcons were absolutely at the time they were saying Dan Quinn was going to be fired. There's no need to trade Austin Hooper um, or a Devonta Campbell or even Devonta Freeman at that point. I think the Falcons were definitely all along that they had chose at that point in time that Dan Quinn was coming back. And quite honestly, man, you look at the turnaround in the second half of the season. That's ultimately why they brought him back. Will it translate? Will it carry over for 2020? I think so. I think they've ironed things out, but at the same time, man, it's like I'm not one. I don't think it's a good thing to trade guys in the middle of the season, man. Unless this guy's like, a locker room problem. I don't think you trade guys in the middle of the season. But Jesus, man, what the hell are the like? Oof, wow. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. You traded away D Hop, one of the best receivers in the game, for David Johnson and a 4th-round pick. That is insane. So they're really putting so much pressure on Watkins to be the guy. And I have been hearing. I've definitely been hearing things about your boy is the Hop has been very vocal and he does not like the direction of the team right now. So maybe that had a lot to do with also he and Watkins are just not on the same page, man. And he wants to be paid. He wants that contract extension. And for whatever reason, right now, these guys don't want to. They do not want to pay anybody. They just traded away Jadeveon Clowney, so I believe they have a 1st round. They may have 2. I'm not exactly sure. But I know they have a ton of picks. They don't want to play players. They come down to it. They just don't want to play players, and I'm not surprised by that. Matty Ghost, I appreciate that, dog. Yeah, bro. You traded away. You traded away your number one receiver. You traded away your number one receiver for David Johnson and a 4th round. You couldn't get a 3. You couldn't get a 2. You offered him a. I would be so pissed off if Thomas Dimitrov decided he wanted to trade Julio Jones away and you got an old beat up running back and a 4th-rounder for Julio Jones. I would be pissed. And I feel Texas fans right now. You got to be out of your damn mind to try to trade away a star receiver for old beat up running back and a 4th-rounder. Bro, you got to be out of your damn mind. And I appreciate you, man. It goes for the super chat, dog. Bro, why the Falcons haven't reached out to AB Julio groom him to be a teammate? Man, I don't want look, man, that dude got CTE. That dude he thinks he's a damn rapper. He might have the dude worse than the Migos, and I never thought I'd see anybody worse than the Migos. Yeah, I'm good on that. We don't need that locker room problem. That dude is a head case. I love him as a football player. I still think he has something left, but that dude is screwed up in the head. I'm good on him. But Mike Sykes, bro, like that's all you can get out. Like that's all you can get for D Hop. David freaking Johnson, are you kidding me, dog? Bro, Juke, bro, come on, man. Like seriously, Texans are freaking idiots. All you got for him is a fourth rounder and David Johnson, old ass, beat up behind. I want to say old, but he's old in running back years. That's crazy. Don't want AB near the pocket lot of the Falcons Stadium. Let his ass be. Yeah, man. Um, your boy, he's a good player, and um he may go down or may have another opportunity to be um he may have another opportunity to have another chance to come back and pick off where he left off. But man, that dude got mental problems, and I don't want him anywhere near the Atlanta Falcons. A 2020 second round. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. A second rounder. So they did get a second rounder for D Hop. I still think it's stupid, but they did at least get a second rounder. Makes it a little bit better. So D Hop to the Cardinals for a second rounder, fourth rounder for Hop, and the Texans got David Johnson. Okay, that makes sense as well. All right, that makes sense. That's a little bit better. But that's still, even a second round is still too. Yeah, I'm getting the first, bro. Unless they were trying to, unless they are trying to uh be, good to the guy. At least send him to a team that has something. I like. Maybe they on the upward trend. I don't know Arizona. They still have a lot to. They got to rebuild that team, but that's just not smart. That's just. I'm sorry. I got to get a first round for Hop. Even the second round is just a smack in the face, if you ask me. I'd be damned the Falcons get a first round, a second round for Julio Jones. Bro, you give me a first round for Julio, unless you can kiss my behind. Yeah, give me a first round for Julio though. Yeah, that's lowballing, dog. That's lowballing to the umpteenth degree. Nah, you give me a first for Hop. You give me a first for Julio. But I think Hop is looking for a contract extension as well. So even if the Falcons, you know, tried to make a move for him and they brought him in, they would still have to pay him. And then you got another situation, but not only D Hop, but your boy Calvin really wants targets, and he's going to be disgruntled. You know what I'm saying? That's the. I'm not sure that's something that I want to be a part of. I don't want any part of that. Hey man, Matty goes bro. Like, 6 games. Like this dude gets hurt every year. Like I just like come on, man. A second round, like if he can stay healthy, and that's a major if, especially with David Johnson. If this dude can stay healthy, he's a pretty good running back. But he's had a lot of issues staying healthy. He can't stay healthy, and that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem with him. Can't stay healthy whatsoever. And honestly, man, I just don't like. I don't like this trade. I'm not getting rid of one of the best receivers in the league for a second rounder, dog. I'm just. Mm-mm. And now Arizona's looking really good right now offensively. J.K. Dobbins, man. J.K. Dobbins. No, I would rather have Vaughn, man. I'm sorry, man. Keyshawn Vaughn, like that dude, just for me, man. I think he's exactly what the Falcons need at this point in time. They need a guy with big play ability, and I think Keyshawn Cam Akers is another guy that I like. Um, but yeah, I like that, man. Man, what in the world? Folks think I'm crazy, but I think I'll get Cam Newton and trade Matt. He's a lifetime Falcons fan, and imagine him playing for the home team. Hold on. Maybe I'm seeing things. All right, let me wipe my eyes again. Need to see if I can wipe my eyes again. Folks think I'm crazy, but I'll get Cam Newton and trade Matt. He's a lifetime Falcons fan, and imagine him playing for their home team, and I'll grab him in AB. Damn, this is real. This is real. Cam is 30 years old. Oh boy. Cam is 30 years old. He has shoulder injury that left him out the entire season, for the most part. And this dude wants crazy ass AB. Yo, oh man, bro, you gotta be trolling because I'm seeing shit. All right, you. Let me take another sip, dog. This shit ain't strong enough. Whew. Man. Bruh, this dude here just hey man, that's a good ass comment, man. You definitely got my ass with that. Oh shit. Oh bad. Man, that dude Cam and Matt, bro, like Matty Ghost, man. This dude has shoulder issues. This dude can't throw right now. So we're gonna trade for an injured quarterback. Cam isn't what he once was. Not to say that he can't get back to that, but he's not what he once was, man. So nah, I'm good at. I just say hell no to the idea of AB. I don't want that fucking psycho anywhere near this damn team. Marshawn Lynch is available, but he wants to play on the West Coast, man. He wants to be near California, and it's on a whole another side of the country. I doubt the Falcons be able to pull that off. Unless they throw some big time money at Marshawn Lynch, I doubt that happens. Kareem Hunt to the Falcons. Man, this dude said Cam Newton, man. This dude is straight up tripping, man. For AB and crazy ass Cam. We're talking about Cam and crazy ass AB on the same. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm good on that, bro. Yeah, bro. This dude's tripping. Well, that was not no. Come on, man. Come on. That's not this is not true whatsoever. The Falcons didn't go 1-7 because of the offense. The offense actually was ranked near the top offensively. They were, I think, 12th overall. They didn't have a consistent running game. They didn't protect the quarterback as they needed to, but they did not struggle offensively. The Falcons struggled defensively. They couldn't stop anybody. And even in the first half of the season last year, the Falcons could have won at least 4 games. They lost a lot of games early during the season by a possession. And that was only because the defense just could not get pressure. They couldn't stop anybody, but it wasn't because of the offense. They did have issues protecting Matt Ryan, of course, but Dirk Cutter did a good job of what he had. The running game, like the running backs, like Devonta Freeman, those guys were inconsistent and often injured. So he did the Falcons offensively, even with those problems, those issues. Yeah, it wasn't on offense. This is all on the defense, man. And when that defense turned things around, man, that's when we won 6-2. The defense played much better, then we start winning games. It's all about balance. But as far as Kareem Hunt, I don't want that dude. I don't want him anywhere near this team. That's just a personal. Um, and I doubt that the Atlanta Falcons will want someone like him on this team. But who will start? I'm not sure at this point, man. We just have to see how the draft goes because right now there's open competition at running backs for the first time in what 2-3 years, 3 years, 4 years. This is the first time in about 3 to 4 years the Falcons have open competition at running back, and I'm extremely excited about this. But I appreciate the super chat, Matty Goes. And that's it, man. They definitely they had bad coaching, and they changed things around. Sports Live and the ATL, David. Um, Freeman, Trufant lost it, way overpaid, and now maybe we can make a Super Bowl move by Trufant. See you. I don't agree with the Desmond Trufant lost it. I just think for Desmond Trufant, he was just at the what the Falcons were paying him. You can't keep him. Like he's a solid corner. And he's not going to get a ton of interceptions for you. He's not going to make a ton of plays for you. He's just going to be solid. That's what you can count on with Desmond Trufant. He's going to be solid. And if you're going to be a solid cornerback, making 60, I think nearly $70 million. As a corner, you got to get turnovers. You have to make big plays, and that's something that Desmond Trufant did not do. And in addition to that, Desmond Trufant has often he's had injuries. And to go back to 2016, when the Falcons made it to the Super Bowl, he was out with a torn pectoral. And then we won this year, he had an issue with his toe, and he broke his forearm. So the Falcons have had issues with injuries with not only Devonta Freeman, but Desmond Trufant. And this is probably something that we're not really highlighting, but the Falcons possibly saw an issue starting to build up with Desmond Trufant as far as injuries concerned. And once you have that, man, you're paying these guys this much money, you might as well just cut your costs right now before it gets much worse. You don't want to pay a guy $13-15 million a year and he can't stay healthy. It's like there's no point in keeping them on the roster. Just get rid of them. So I understand the financial part of Desmond Trufant. Freeman, he's just not the same running back at all. He doesn't cut as well. His vision, he's tentative. And once you have a tentative running back, you might as well just move on. And this is one of the reasons why I've always stated, unless this guy is an all-world running back, I don't believe in paying running backs $40 million, $30 million. I'm not paying them $30 million. I'm going to continue to have a revolving door at running backs, draft well at running backs, and build my offensive line and let the offensive line pretty much carry the running game. But I'm not paying these guys. I'm not paying running backs $30-40 million a year anymore, unless this guy's just a Derrick Henry. Even Derrick Henry has to prove to me that he's legit, that he can continue on the road that the pace that he set these past years. He has to prove to me, he has to prove to the Titans that he can continue to do that. Because if he doesn't, like, why are we giving him $50 million and whatnot? So I just don't believe in paying running backs anymore. So, I'm cool with the free. I'm cool with Trufant being gone. But I don't agree with the notion that Desmond Trufant was lost anything. I just believe that Trufant, just with the money that he was given, that the Falcons just had to move on from it, because he just wasn't creating turnovers and he wasn't making plays when the Falcons needed him most. But when it all come down to it, man, I truly appreciate everybody for tuning into this live. But I will have more videos later on today. It's a lot of freaking news coming out. But man, I believe this is the way the Falcons are going to do. And I'll leave it at this. You guys continue to support your boy here at Mad Mike Sportsman. And hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. But the way that I see the Atlanta Falcons right now, where they are going, I think the Falcons will go as far as free agency. I know a lot of people may not want to hear this. I don't think the Falcons are going to spend a ton of money in free agency. I think what they're going to do is bring in solid guys like Adrian Claiborne, maybe a guy like Bruce Irvin, maybe. All right, don't quote me on the Bruce Irvin, but definitely quote me on the Adrian Claiborne. But I think the Falcons are going to bring in solid veteran guys who know the system, who know how to play football for the most part, who are experienced to play for the minimum. They're not going to spend a ton of money in free agency, but what they're going to do is use the drafts is for depth. The Falcons are going to go depth heavy in uh, in the draft, man. It's all about depth in the draft. So they're going to bring back guys that can play a role, and then slowly bring on the draft picks and let those guys develop behind guys like Adrian Claiborne, guys like Tack, guys like John Kaminsky. This is going to be an open challenge on this offseason, man. And I love what the Atlanta Falcons are doing. And when it all comes down to it, man, this is what we needed. That's what we wanted. And you guys have been great, man. Thank you for tuning in to the channel, dog. Like, seriously and sincerely, I appreciate everybody. But, man, this is a crazy, crazy offseason for your boy, Mad Mike. And I'm going to call it quits for today. But stay tuned for more videos from him, because I got to talk about this D-Hop. This D-Hop shit got me going crazy. But let me know what you guys think about this, man. The deal. Leave your comments below. Your boy, man, Mike is out, man. Peace.